morning, everybody. It is Monday, December 15th, and I have plans to go to DC to meet up with some work friend for lunch to catch up. What else do I have to do in this exciting life of Josie? Gym, of course. My back actually feels a lot better. I think if my sickness is going away, I think that's why my back was feeling so bad. So now that I'm not sick anymore, my back's like, you're good. But my knees are still having that problem, like, oh yeah, I'm pretty. I was on the dance team. Also, you're just learning a bunch of different fun facts about me. Thumbnail. Whee! My topic of the day is the social media diet. I remember when I started my Instagram in like 2012, and goodness gracious, emails, okay. In 2012, summertime, and it was not as big as it is now. Like, there was no page shout outs or like fitness shout out pages. There were no like Jen Seltzer booty pictures. There was no, it was just a lot different. Like, there weren't that many fitness Instagram accounts yet. You know, pretty low key to be a fitness IG. It was pretty low key to be a fitness IG. What? Why can't I find any good lighting? I remember back in 2012, it was all about clean eating. You know, strict clean eating. Basically, get your meats or your protein and your veggies and your clean carbs like brown rice, not white rice, wheat bread, never white bread. What? Ice cream, pizza? You know, like the rules of clean eating. And you know, everyone that I followed and everyone that followed me was basically on clean eating. And then 2013, the next year, it's like, oh, if it fits your macros. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, flexible dieting. And so that everyone changed to that. And then now it's kind of like in between, where it's like flexible diet, it's in IFYM and intuitive eating kind of mixed. Like, people are trying to turn to it. IFYM is still very popular because it's getting people to their goals while still being flexible, which is really good. But intuitive eating, as it gets a bit harder, because you're not tracking anything, so there's no set, like, what do I eat or how much do I eat, and it's just like, it's basically reverting back to before you were even dieting, really. Intuitive eating, it's kind of like just eating as any normal Joe on the street would, that doesn't count their macros or anything like that, or hasn't been. I feel like the whole fitness industry or fitness Instagram or social media has kind of changed the way that we think. Like, we think that we have to eat a certain way to get to our goals. Like, we think we have to eat clean. And then all of a sudden you learn that you can eat other things and still get to your goals. So then we think that we have to do macros to get to our goals. And then you find out that you could intuitively eat and eat how you ate before you started dieting. Just like in smaller portions that fill you and keep you full, and you eat when you're hungry and not when and then don't eat when you're satisfied, and then that's a whole other way you can get to your goals. I feel like we're just like thrown different kinds of diets, and we just soak it in, and we're like, okay, I'll do that for whatever amount of time, and then okay, I'll try this new diet, or I'll try this new diet. And you know, like, there's keto, there's paleo, there's vegan and vegetarian, but that's kind of a way of life, not really a diet. But there's like so many different diets out there: low carb, high fat, low carb, or high carb, low fat, and there's just so many different diets out there, and we're all throwing these different words and terms, and we're like, what's the best diet? And really, like, don't listen to social media. Don't even listen to me. Like, if you think that I'm telling you to do macros or do no macros and intuitively eat, I'm not telling you that. I'm just sharing with you what's worked for me. But really, the best diet for you is going to be one that you can stick with for life. One that's maintainable throughout your whole journey. So don't feel like you know, you have to do a certain thing a certain way to look like a certain person, because you don't. And if you don't like the diet that you're on, how do you think you can stick to it? And if you can't stick to it, then how are you going to reach your goals and maintain it? So, much like everything else in life, do what you like to do. Don't fall into the social media pit where your role models or inspirations are doing a certain diet or a certain way of life or workouts, and you feel like that's the only way you can get to your goals. No. Whatever you can do that you love to do, that's maintainable, that's gonna get to your goals like over the long run. Yeah, if you do this fad diet, let's say for 2 weeks, well, you got to your goals. But then when you get back to your normal diet, like it's all crap out the window. But whereas you do this diet, aka no diet, just eat what you like in a way that you like to eat, and it takes a longer time to get to your goals, let's say like 6 months, but you did it in a way that is maintainable for life, you're gonna keep that forever and ever. So 2 months and compared to 6 months and consistent maintenance, I'd choose the consistent maintenance. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, don't fall into social media pitfalls of diets. And what else did I say? But like, just to let you know what I did, in case you didn't watch my transformation video, because it was like 30 minutes long. Sorry. But basically what I did was that I was a clean, strict eater, and then I fell into like binging habits and everything, and I kept trying to binge and then eat clean and then binge, eat clean, and it never worked because eating clean just didn't work for me anymore. And then I did macros, if it fits your macros, which like showed me that you can flexibly diet and get to your goals, and I was like, what? This is awesome. So I did like macros. Like, macros was awesome. I'm never trying to bash it or anything whenever I say, oh yeah, I don't count macros. I did count macros, and it was very helpful at a time, but now I am not counting any macros, not counting any calories, and I am just intuitively living my life and eating like, you know, normal. Not normal, I'm not saying you're not normal for not intuitively eating. You know, you get my drift. You catch my drift. I'm just babblings. Or it's also intermittent fasting, right? So that's when you don't eat for a certain period of hours, and then like you eat. So like people fast for 16 hours, and they'll eat for 8 hours. And then there's like different ratios of hours. So people also do that. But sometimes I found myself fasting on accident. So I'm not a consistent faster. Like, but I don't do it the whole hour rule. I might find myself at 1 o'clock like, oh, I have my first meal of the day right now. And then the next day I'll eat at 8 a.m. So really, I don't follow any kind of strict diet or timing or meal schedule. I just do what I want when I want to do it. But again, the whole moral of the story is don't fall into the social media diet pitfall where you feel like you have to do the diet that everybody else is doing, or do the diet that like all of Instagram seems to be doing, or that all of YouTube seems to be doing. Just find the diet that works best for you by finding out what works with your social life, what works with your timing, your schedules, what you like to eat. You know, if you love carbs, why would you go on a low carb diet? You know, just eat less carbs, I guess. Or if you like fats, why would you go on a no fat diet? Just, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's my little spiel of the day. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your days. Like, kind of a random talk. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say, comment below. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll bring out more videos. And I don't know why I did that, but I'm gonna go before I embarrass myself further, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!